Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Critical Weight Theory. And today we're going to be talking about Halloween Resurrection from 2002 with my guest, who is also my brother, Ryan. So, if you want to introduce yourself as something beyond just being my brother, you can.
Sure. Hi, yes, I'm Ryan. Yeah, I'm, well, a big horror fan, so, um, yeah, this is, one of my favorite franchises, Halloween. Uh,
About
so
one of
yeah,
your least favorite films in the franchise.
it's not my favorite, but, there's some good points
And
about
that's
it.
that's kind of what we're gonna get into. But first, I'm going to look at some of the reasons that fans roast Halloween Resurrection. And the big one is, of course, that they kill off Laurie Strode. They bring back Jamie Lee Curtis just to kill her off in a lame, depressing way right at the start, which is like an instant betrayal. So, what are your thoughts on that? Or did you think it was well done? I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion.
Yeah, I thought it's kind of cool how she actually looks like her, how she did in the original. Um, but and I know the reason that they killed her off is because that was the only reason she agreed to do the movie, was so that
Oh,
she would be killed. But yeah, then obviously she came back for the 2018 film, so I don't know,
I
I
mean,
guess
did she like the
she
script better
it's
or
hard to
something?
escape.
Maybe?
I'm not sure. I think so, based on just how much she went out
Sure.
and talked about it and promoted it, the 2018 and it's the sequels to that. But yeah,
I
for
guess
this movie, I don't know.
the death
I don't know how much
possibly
she
isn't
promoted it.
the worst thing about the movie, but I know that it definitely is one of the reasons people might have just like walked out on you know on this movie like in the movie theater or something like that, or at least
Oh, for
dismissed it
sure.
significantly. Like I could imagine, some people just not being able to handle that. But I think it's kind of a brave decision in a way. Maybe brave isn't the right word. That makes them sound like they're firefighters or something. But you know, it did take something like courage. Anyway, I don't know if anytime you go against the fans' wishes, they'll be mocked and hated for it to some degree. But I kind of
They took a
respect the
chance. Yeah.
yeah, I respect the ability of a person to take a chance and throw caution to the wind like that. So, if I remember correctly, Michael Myers cries, which is something a person might criticize. There's a weird moment where Michael Myers sheds a tear before killing Laurie, which in a way is totally against his stone cold, emotionless character. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I know in part 5 they showed him like shed a tear too,
That's true.
when when Jamie says uncle,
Oh
and
yeah,
then he takes his mask off because she says show me. But of course that movie isn't that the events in that movie and part 4 were ignored for this, like, uh this sequence of films,
yeah, yeah.
because Halloween H2O takes place after part
Part one,
2, right?
basically,
Yeah,
or
yeah, I
part
almost said
two.
part 1, but yeah,
I think it was part
Halloween
two.
H2O and Resurrection completely ignore Halloween 4 and 5. So
And
yeah.
yeah, I do remember that Michael Myers cried in part five a little bit, and also even in part one, after he kills his sister off, he seems to be slightly emotional or like slightly emotionally stunned or something like that. I don't know. Maybe
As a
I'm
kid, yeah.
misinterpreting that, but he has a little bit of like a blank expression, but there's I would say a detectable amount of emotion in it. I don't know.
Well, and actually, I mean, he's wearing a mask. Who's to say he's not crying after every all the time? Like
That's a
everyone he
perfectly
kills,
valid point.
they don't
Maybe
show his eyes.
yeah, maybe like Joey in Nightmare on Elm Street 3's got like a teardrop tattoo for each only for each kill like people do in prison. Like
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
really know that. We don't really know that. And of course, another reason people criticize it, Buster Rhymes and his kung fu fighting. So Mr. Rhymes literally drop kicks Michael Myers while yelling "Trick or treat, mother effer," and it turns the
Yeah,
slasher
yeah.
icon into sort of a joke, I guess. You know, but
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of that's one of those things. Like, if Michael Myers did confront some people in the real world, I could imagine them doing something like that to him. Like uh,
Y Oh, yeah.
so that wouldn't be my biggest reason to trash this movie, honestly.
No, and I feel like if people were just talking about the Halloween movies and somebody brought up Busta Rhymes and like what if like I like jokingly like what if Busta Rhymes like fought him like kung fu style, and like I like everyone probably would be like, "Oh man, I'd love to see that." But then when it's in there, they're like, "Ah."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard to please everybody, but that is also like a bold decision that, in some ways, I kind of respect. um, because again,
I'm glad it
it's sort of,
exists, really.
yeah. I mean, it's like an almost like an alternate universe or something that this movie came out of. Like I know it does exist in this universe and that people worked on it and everything, but it does seem like some quaint bit of imagination sprung into life and really sort of drop kicked the movie out into our universe. That's the way I see it, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like a fever dream in a way.
yeah, yeah, it sort of is. You've got the reality TV gimmick, like their webcams and that a little bit cheesy explore the haunted house vibe. And it's cheesy. Like, I'm not saying that even as a critique, but like they have prop items that they plant in Michael Myers' house. So I'm not even saying that as a criticism. It's literally a plot point that they make it cheesy, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's probably a statement or a comment on reality shows that how
Yeah.
staged they really are. So I
And
kind of like that, yeah.
fitting in with that, it's like a desperate grab to be trendy, in the early 2000s, because reality TV was like, I know people still watch it, but back then it was like talked about all the time, like at around that time
Oh,
when it
for
was,
sure.
yeah. So it was a little bit of a commentary on the way the country was headed and the media.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely they I feel like that was probably a like or producers, wanting to incorporate that into it, like, well, reality TV is popular, so or but I mean, I don't know, I guess the writers, it was probably the writers too, but
Oh yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
I think that Tyra Banks, she spends most of her screen time making coffee, it seems, and then she kind of dies off screen. It seems a little bit like wasted
yeah,
potential there.
that was weird, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be
I mean,
even a weirder than Buster Rhymes Kung Fu.
Yeah,
That
yeah. I don't know what
yeah.
they were thinking by, because she was a star at the time, of course, and that's why they cast her in the movie. So I'm wondering why they
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Maybe she didn't want to have more of a presence on the project or something. I don't know.
That could be. I might have even read something about it, but I don't remember offhand that
Yeah, I don't know.
anything about her. Yeah. I didn't
So,
realize until this viewing that one of the guys, the guy who plays oh, what's his character's name? I have it written down here. Oh, Jim is played by Luke Kirby, and I don't know if you've ever watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but he actually plays Lenny Bruce in that series.
oh no, I haven't. I have not seen that show, but huh?
Oh, okay, yeah, he does. He's really good in that too.
Yeah. And what what do you think of the kills in this movie? I mean, were there any that really stood out for you,
Um,
other than Laurie's death,
let's
perhaps?
see. Right, yeah. Um,
I kind of
the
struggle to remember them. Actually, I mean, I guess
yeah,
the death down in his secret lair is kind of memorable because she had nowhere to
yeah,
go
and
and
they
all that kind of stuff.
they do like a nod to Bob's death in the original Halloween with pinning the guy to the wall, or maybe it's a door, where he's like left hanging there. I can't remember if that was I can't remember which who that was that gets killed that way, but that
Yeah,
was kind of cool. I'm sure that was intentional.
yeah, and
And
there.
then they did a nod to the movie Peeping Tom with the I think it's the is it the first death, the camera guy, when the guy's setting up the camera and he's trying to do like these are all these artistic shots, and he's told to just set it up, like don't worry about that, and then Michael kills him with like a sharp like a sharp leg, like tripod leg, from the camera,
Yeah,
and yeah, he's killed that way, and that's in Peeping Tom. That's how like the killer uses that,
or
like
that's
it's like a
another movie
blade on the
I've
edge
yet
of
to
his.
see.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I've only
Yeah.
seen it once, but
What about the look of Michael Myers' house? Do you think it, like, some people I've read, they say looks totally different, and they worry about continuity, and they say they randomly redesigned it in a sort of a gothic funhouse or something. But
yeah, yeah, I think so too. And honestly, I wonder. You could even say like that wasn't the real house, like the this team, the Dangertainment team, may have even just chosen like a different house. Like
oh,
you could
sure.
say, because they don't address that in the movie at all, but it's something
No, but
like a reality show would do, build their own set.
well, if I was gonna think about it like that, I would think they would have built additions onto the existing house. Perhaps, I don't know.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
that's, but like the revelation of a hidden compartment, like a secret basement that Michael Myers, I guess, just hangs around in and does whatever a Michael
right.
Myers would do. You know that was a little bit odd and unexpected. And didn't it seem like there were
Yeah,
also
yeah,
some implications that he was abused or something like that?
yeah. But I think that was just part of what they were trying to set up.
Oh,
But I
sure.
remember when I first watched that, I was like, "Oh, that this is interesting," but yeah, then it turns out to be totally fake. So then, yeah, I, it's oh well, all right.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to make of that myself. You know, I do appreciate on some level like the cheesy cyber horror vibes, and watching Michael Myers kill people
Yeah.
through grainy webcams, even though it's not the scariest premise, and you could say it looks cheap and silly or whatever, but it would look kind of cheap and silly, and if it was done that way in real life, I think they
Oh
were
yeah.
they were going for a sort of realism aspect to it, like
Well,
making it about Michael Myers in the modern world a little bit more.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think Michael Myers would have his own podcast? Like what would he talk? Would he give like dog recipes, like dog meat recipes? Because he
right.
eats
Yeah.
at least a dog
Well,
or
and
two in his career that we're aware of.
I guess it would have to be visual too because he doesn't talk. He'd just have to kind of mime things. It'd be like a charades.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and the go ahead.
I was gonna say, it seems like Dr. Loomis laid the foundation for the possibility that Michael Myers could talk, but he chooses not to. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's what it seems like to
Right.
me. And people, I mean, this is a different movie, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. But people forget that Jason Voorhees actually talked on a few occasions, not only
In
in Jason Goes to Hell, but also in the very first movie, because they
the
have him
original,
saying
yeah.
help me, mommy, like that kind of stuff. So
Right.
it's actually a part of the lore. Like, even if you're trying to say that part, Jason Goes to Hell isn't in the canon or whatever, if you're just trying to discredit that, well,
Right.
if you go to the very first movie, we learn that Jason apparently could talk, unless Pamela Voorhees was just totally making that up. And she might be
Yeah, I
crazy,
was
but
gonna
I don't
say
think she's
unless
a
that's in
liar.
her head.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose it's possible. It's it's a
Well,
but it is pretty strongly implied that he might have been able to talk, I would
yeah.
say.
And the bringing up Jason Goes to Hell, it's kind of similar to this movie in like outrage because Laurie is killed at the beginning, and then in Jason Goes to Hell, like at the very beginning, Jason is completely blown up.
Oh yeah. So
So
I
yeah,
think
that's like what?
I think these horror filmmakers at this time were just trying to be bold and sort of shock the audience and take things in a totally new direction. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So all right, I'm going to get more into the reasons to the top 10 ways to actually enjoy Halloween Resurrection if you're watching it for what it is, right? So
yeah.
I've got like a David Letterman style top 10 list, I guess you might say. So
Okay.
number one is treat it like a comedy. Don't expect a real horror movie. It's accidental comedy gold if you just lean into the ridiculousness. So what are your thoughts on
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that possibility?
Yeah, totally. I think that is how you have to watch it, like not serious. Like if you're gonna do like a Halloween marathon, you probably wouldn't save this one for last. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't want it first either, but
no, no.
but I mean, why else would they even cast Busta Rhymes? They wanted somebody who you wouldn't even expect, who's like out of left field for a Halloween movie, you know?
Yeah. Now, well, I wonder, did they try to get LL Cool J to come back? Because he was
I don't
in
know.
Halloween
You know?
H2O. So, and then maybe if he couldn't do it, they're like, well, who else can we get? And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
it's
wonder if there is a
possible.
bit of a story there. And of course, if you got, another option is to embrace early 2000s nostalgia with the baggy jeans, the bad dialogue, and of course the technology of the time that makes it like a time capsule that you could just vibe with. you know?
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. My one of my coworkers and my friend Melissa made the we were talking about this movie yesterday because I told her that I was doing this, and she kinda brought up that point about
Yeah.
that time period, and when, like,
Well,
reality shows were popular, technology.
oh yeah, nostalgia in general too. If anything takes you back to an old time, like it has a little bit more of a power than it did when you originally experienced it. Sometimes, so like
Oh, definitely, yeah.
even songs I used to hate, I hear them now, and I'm like, oh, that takes me back to this time. Or sometimes it's just a feeling like you can't even remember,
Right,
why
oh, yeah.
you relate to the song now, but it's just your younger days, I guess. I think this movie takes us back to a time when horror was just trying to be, I guess, hip, I guess you might say, and just kind of
Yeah.
throw out the rule book. And I kind of respect that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, now here's the fun one on my list. Number three, you could cheer for Buster Rhymes. It's like the man
Ye
is in a different movie. You know what I mean? And honestly, he's having fun. So you can root for him like
Yeah.
he's the real final boss.
Yeah, I would love to listen to a commentary for this movie with Buster Rhymes. Like,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
I
sure.
mean, either him doing the commentary or hanging out with him.
Sure.
I
Because
guess
I
either
can't
way.
imagine he had a bad time making this movie. I mean, he seemed like
No,
he was having
no.
fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and it was actually miserable, but to me, it seems like he was having fun. You know what I mean?
I would think so, yeah.
All right. Number five. Okay, this is just like spot the dumb character move, which you could turn into a drinking game. Now, either you could drink alcohol or whatever, just some equivalent to a drinking game if you're like me and you don't drink. But every time someone does something stupid, you could take a drink or maybe a bite of pizza or something, whatever. If you got a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Eat a
So,
cheese ball, yeah, whatever.
yeah, cheese balls, yeah. And I don't remember the deaths being particularly over the top or weirdly entertaining, but you could appreciate the camera POV kills, and that's my point number six of how you could
Yeah,
appreciate it.
okay.
So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I think being able to see, like, because it's not really the killer's POV most of the time. It's like the victim's POV, which is a little bit of a twist. I
Right,
think.
yeah. And all the people watching too.
Oh yeah, they're right there with the killer, so or the killed, I suppose I could say. And
Yeah, yeah.
so, like I said, a way to enjoy it. This is point number seven. If you don't think too much about continuity and pretend it's like an alternate universe where nothing needs to make sense, it saves you a headache and you can just sort of let the movie wash over you, right?
Oh, yeah, just enjoy it, yeah. There's no yeah. There's you'd be making weird connections all day with, like, that
Oh
don't
yeah,
go anywhere.
yeah,
Broken
because
strings.
so many of these movies have plot holes. Really, I mean that's like 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 watching the premiere episode of the new Pennywise series. Like you have to wonder, well, how much power does Pennywise have because he's driving that kid around in a car? Like like what's happening there
Yeah,
even?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right, yeah.
it requires suspension of disbelief by its very nature, and that's so much of what horror involves. Just being able to let your freak flag fly, I guess, and just
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
imagine if this could happen, you know?
Yeah. And well, and like I always think that when I'm watching a movie, if something weird happens, I always think, well, maybe there's something in that universe that exists that allows that to happen. It's like it doesn't
Sure.
make sense to us watching it, but what there's things, it's a different world or alternate reality.
Yeah. Like in The Walking Dead, people sometimes will say, gasoline doesn't actually last that long. Well, okay, but zombies don't actually exist. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, people don't rise up from the dead and try to eat you and stuff like that in reality. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really take those things that seriously. I mean, if
No,
it
no.
if it contradicted like the in-universe rules, then it would be a little bit different. Like if they previously established that gasoline only lasts, you know, however, like a year or whatever, and
Yeah.
or that'd be different.
Or
But
like
they're
they could have just like introduced, like, one of the characters could have been like, "Oh, do you know who this guy is? He's the one that invented the that formula for long life gasoline."
exactly. That'd be a
They
nice
should have
prediction.
done that.
Oh yeah, but why not? I mean, it's it's a way to get the critics to shut up anyway, you know. And
Right, right.
point number 8, enjoy Laurie's short scenes. Jamie Lee Curtis still she still acts circles around everyone else in her 5 minutes, so you could respect the queen, you know.
Yeah, she's great, yeah.
Although I do like that one, I guess for lack of a better word, crazy guy who's obsessed with serial killers and
Yeah, I
he's
was
got
just
a
gonna bring
clown
that up.
mask and he's emulating Michael Myers.
Yeah, Harold, yeah.
Oh, that's his name. I didn't remember his name. Reminds me of
Yeah, yeah.
Friday the 13th Part 3. Yeah, he's like wouldn't it be great
Oh,
if they made
right,
a
yeah.
movie about him? Like if they just like retconned, is that the right word? Retcon? I don't know, something like that. But just made a movie about
Sure.
that guy and like how he
Yeah.
got to where he is. Did I forgot, did he escape like because of what Michael Myers did?
That's a good question, I don't know, because he goes in the room and I guess he could have, because I'm sure Michael killed, like, other people to get in there and then out.
Oh yeah.
S So, theoretically, a bunch of them, the patients or inmates could have escaped, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he let
Maybe
people
somebody
escape in
worse
the
than
first one.
Michael.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So all right, point number 9 is to get other people involved. Watching it alone would be sad, but watching it with your pals would make the whole time fun, maybe even like a memorable and legendary experience. You know, sort of like have an
Yeah.
MST2K treatment of this movie.
Oh, definitely, yeah. With a crowd, and well, this movie came out in 2002, and I can't imagine that I didn't go see it in the theater, but I really don't recall
I don't think
seeing
I
it in the
saw it either.
theater.
I don't think I
But
saw it either.
I feel like I feel like it's weird if I didn't, like, "Oh, a new Halloween movie's coming out." Why would I not have
Yeah,
gone see it? But maybe I couldn't afford it or something, I don't know.
that's possible. Neither of us are rich, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, all right. Point number 10, you could see it as the death of the serious Halloween, you know, resurrection unintentionally ended the original timeline because after this, not, you know, everything only got rebooted. So you could think of it as a crazy funeral for the old series. Well, I guess
Yeah, yeah.
the alternate old series, you know.
Right, right.
And you could also think of it because you know if you got Rob Zombie's Halloween and then the 2018 Halloween, so it's really like a multiverse.
Yeah, yeah. Like
And
they could have
let's
done. I I was gonna say they could have done like the last like Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, with all the other Spider-Mans. You could get all the other Michael Myerses and like both Dr. Loomises and
yeah, yeah. And so when it comes to I mean that now I'm off my top 10 list. So
oh, okay.
what did you think of the idea of Dangertainment? Would you have like watched that? You know,
Uh, well, probably not initially, but if someone said, "Hey, did you see uh this guy kung fu fighting Mike the serial killer Michael Myers or whoever," then I'd probably, well, I might have to check that
yeah.
out.
Oh, and here's a bit of trivia that probably not everyone knows, but Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks actually appeared together in Higher Learning, which I think is a great movie. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Oh no, I haven't actually.
At least I think Busta Rhymes is in that. Let me look that up quickly here. Busta
Okay,
Rhymes and Tyra
I'll
Banks, Higher Learning.
yeah,
I'm
one
tapping
one
my
thing that's
keys.
missing in this movie is the music. The Halloween theme isn't, it's not in any of like the new ones, like it was in the older ones, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I suppose that would be another critique of it. But yeah, I did
Yeah,
verify
yeah.
that they were actually together in that
Oh, okay.
movie. I don't know if they were together as a couple, but they were in the movie. And
Right, right.
so, in this movie, Michael Myers comes home. He returns to the childhood home, and he starts killing them off while it's being live streamed. So, I guess that makes him like the star of the show more than they had originally intended, like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
real
yeah.
killer. Although, I guess one of the funny parts of the story is that Buster Rhymes was going to act as Michael Myers, and I don't know how he was going to proceed with that prank.
Right, yeah. Because then he freaks out when somebody attacks him, and it's like, yeah, what were you expecting?
Yeah, yeah. I think I think that was a I think that was kind of a fun angle to the story that he was pretending to be Michael Myers, but then the real one showed up and messed up all of his plans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And of course, this movie is a little bit more campy and self-aware than the earlier films. And we mentioned the reality TV thing, but there's also the found footage vibes, like the Blair Witch Project. So I think that was another influence on this movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Eh, yeah, I'm sure you've seen the Blair Witch Project, right?
Yes, yeah.
Did,
That I
did
saw.
you
I
like
I
that
know I saw
movie,
that in the
or
theater.
oh, you
I
did?
do, yeah, I do,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not one of those Blair Witch bashers. I actually do get the critiques that people make of it. They're like nothing really happens, but it's almost like everything happens though if you think about it, because
Yeah, it's more atmosphere. I mean, you have to put yourself in that position, and,
yeah, yeah.
if you were
I mean, the idea
experiencing
of
that,
being
and
in that tent while you hear those children's voices outside the tent in the middle of nowhere out in the woods,
yeah,
that would
yeah.
freak me the hell out. So
Oh, yeah.
I think I think that's one thing about this movie. Like if you really do try to put yourself in the situation of the characters, it could be scarier for you. You know, even though
Yeah,
we kind
yeah.
of made fun of the movie for much of the time, but it's like so many other things. If you put yourself mentally in the place of the characters, I think it could make the movie a little bit, I guess, better for lack of a better word, better for
Yeah,
lack of
yeah.
a better word. um,
Well, and it's it's kind of neat how, in Halloween H2O, I don't think anyone really expected them to make a direct sequel to that because, of course, at the end of that, Laurie decapitates Michael Myers, or so we thought. And but then in this movie, of course, they had to figure out a way, and so they had him switch places with the paramedic, similar to how Hannibal Lecter, does
Yeah.
that in Silence of the Lambs. But I was thinking, it really, I mean, if they hadn't thought of that, it'd have been funny if, like, at the beginning, Michael Myers, like, his body just stands up and he just puts his head back on and just walks away.
That would have been kind of funny, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that intro because, yeah, that's like Michael Myers pranking the world at that point because obviously they
Yeah.
thought he was dead.
And
And,
if you like, you might think like, well, that's really weird for him to do, but you got to remember, in the original Halloween, he pretends to be Bob. He puts that sheet over his head and he
oh,
puts the
yeah.
glasses on over, like, that's
Oh, yeah.
like, he's got
And he's
a
got a
little
bit of
bit
a
of
sense of humor, and I don't think he often gets credit for having a sense of humor in
no,
in
no.
some
And
of
I mean, that
these
is kind of
moments.
weird, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, in part 2, when he kills the lady in the hot tub, the extremely hot tub, he pretends to be her, lover, in that moment
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So in part 5, of course, he pretends to be Mike, or what is that? Is that guy's name Mike?
Mike, yeah, his name is Mike too,
Yeah,
and he wears that creepy clown mask, and that's so weird that, like, why doesn't he keep changing masks?
yeah. I don't
Like,
know. I don't know.
he just goes after that, the William Shatner mask.
Yeah,
Like, doesn't he
I
just
don't
want to, like,
know.
you know what? This year I'm gonna dress up like Spock, and, like, has the big ears.
Yeah, live long and prosper. Isn't that Spock's slogan?
Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't want that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. I guess we blabbed about this movie enough. It's 37 minutes. Do you
Oh,
have anything you'd like to add?
yeah, actually, one more thing I noticed in the trivia in IMDb, and I'm kind of hoping that one of her friends wrote this, but um the character, I don't remember her character's name, but Katie Sackhoff, the girl who kind of, like, starts to flash the camera.
Oh yeah.
It says in her trivia that they had to stop production for a bit due to her chronic foghorn like flatulence. Like,
What?
is that's what it says? I that had to have been put in there by one of her friends. Either that, or she is just I don't know, down to earth and easygoing, that she just was, like, farting everywhere. I don't know, but that is one of the things in the trivia.
Wow. Holy mackerel. Well, that's a good note to leave on, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone out there enjoyed what we were saying about this. I don't know. We're Even though I had notes, I was kind of riffing at the same time too. So
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
bit organized, but a little bit chaotic. So anyway, maybe you can look at this movie with a fresh set of eyes, and if you see Michael Myers, you could kick his ass, Busta Rhymes style. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might have learned a few moves from him. So,
Alright,
all
yeah,
right,
happy Halloween.
yeah, happy Halloween, everybody, and have a good day.